Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys had a great spring break. I'm Christian Hicks.
I'm Sydney Kolozinski, and this is Good Morning KU. How was your break and your weekend?
It was good. I traveled to Arkansas for a track meet.
Okay, how'd you do?
I did okay, but it wasn't too bad. But the weather there was so nice.
It's opening outdoor. That was
Yes, it was our first outdoor meet, so that was exciting. And I ran the 110 hurdles and also ran the 200.
Oh, awesome.
And I usually don't run the 200, so that was fun to do. But
And nice weather is always a plus.
Yes.
Get away from the kind of cold, raining right now, but
and I've never really been to Arkansas either, so it was
Oh,
like
really?
nice seeing it. Yeah.
that's nice.
It was like very hilly, not mountainy. I don't want to say mountainy, but it was like
Compared to KU,
Yeah,
compared
to
to
Kansas,
Loris,
compared to
everything is
Kansas.
like
where it's like
freaking hilly.
flat. It was nice to see like views.
be on top of something besides
Right.
the hill of Lawrence, but
How was your weekend?
it was good. Just watched the game.
Oh,
Did you guys make it back in
yeah.
time to see the game in Lawrence?
Yeah, we got back Sunday morning around 1 o'clock, so that gave us plenty of time to go to sleep, and wake
Yeah.
up, and get ready for the game.
Yeah. Where'd you watch it at?
Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was so fun.
Did you get really extremely stressed out like I
Yes.
did? Like,
Especially when it went to overtime, I was like, oh my god.
oh my gosh! Before it went to overtime, I my heart was like going so fast. Like I thought I was gonna like
Where were you
vomit. I
watching
was
it
so
at?
nervous.
Where were you watching it at?
The Jayhawk Cafe, a lovely place. I don't know if you all have heard of it, but
I think I've heard of it.
yeah, it's pretty classy place, if you ask me. But yeah, it was wild. And as soon as we made that three to send us into overtime, it was just like we knew, like everyone knew we were gonna just like rally and win. So.
Yeah, at Brothers, everyone was just like standing up, screaming.
And when Grace and Allen went to like that little floater, I was like, it was like my breath, I couldn't breathe. But
And then right when the game ended, I remember everyone just started running out of Brothers onto Mass Street, and I was like, oh crap.
like, oh my gosh.
And I was a little bit worried. I was like, I paid for cover. I don't want to leave.
I feel you. But okay, can we just talk about for a minute how bad those refs were? Like the
Oh my
officiating was
gosh.
on both sides. Like it wasn't just for
Yeah.
Duke, but like some of the calls were just like the call that they said Spee was out of bounds like late
That
in the
wasn't-
second half. His foot was like, okay, it was like close call, but
Yeah.
it definitely should not have been called out. And I just thought like the thing that made me so happy was A, seeing Grace and Allen lose, and B, every time the camera would pan to Coach K and he would just like, he just had the mean
I always
mug.
feel
He
bad for the other team. Like I always think about like, dang, it must suck to lose.
hey, but we're KU fans, so like
Right.
we know because like last year it happened to us, but
Making it further.
Final Four, here we come.
exciting.
So exciting.
Did you run down to Mass Street afterwards?
I didn't run, but I walked. I was like, there's no point in running. I'm gonna get there eventually. So it was really fun though.
Yeah.
So if that was like how wild it is for just the Final Four, I cannot imagine
It was
winning
crazy.
next week.
I crowd surfed on Mass Street.
Oh my yeah,
Who gets to
I
say
don't
that?
trust
Who gets to
people
say
trying
that?
to crowd surf me.
I feel like everything in my pockets, and I zipped everything up, and I was like, y'all put me up.
You were ready to go, ready to go. It was, well, what was so awesome was like the police, everyone was just like so
Cooperative.
respectful too.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing damaging. Like people weren't jumping on
Right.
cars. Like how sometimes you see when people
I did
win
see a
big
few
games.
people jumping on cars, but
Nothing
it
like.
wasn't like, like they weren't stomping on anything,
Yeah.
like damaging anything.
And like the police were like, they weren't,
cordial, yeah.
Yeah, they were like they understood the situation. So.
Yeah, right when I ran out of Brothers, I saw like this army of police just outside waiting because they already knew like. it was
Yeah,
gonna be
and I
crazy
guess the
mass.
main thing that they were concerned about was just making sure everyone's drinks were in plastic cups. Like that was the
Yeah.
only thing that I saw them like patrolling was making sure that people weren't drinking out of glass or
Which is pretty cool.
bottles. So I mean, shout out to the Lawrence police.
Right.
But I mean, if you've seen their Twitter, we all know like they're pretty.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But join us after the break for some fun pictures from spring break.
shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back, you guys. Our crew had quite an interesting spring break.
Yeah, we have some interesting stories to talk about.
We'll start with Andrew. This is Andrew, and he's with his sister, and he went to Fort Riley for Family Day, and his sister is about to go overseas. So that's what Andrew did for his spring break.
Nice to spend some quality time before.
With your family. Next, this is Brady, and Brady said he did lots of band stuff and slept, which I slept a lot too over spring break.
Yeah, I think we all feel that, you know.
It's nice getting to sleep in and not having like class to go to. This right here is me. This is me and my teammates. We went to Arkansas for our track meet, and this was before the meet, so it was lots of fun. Right here we have Jackie, and she spent lots of time with her cats. One of her cats just gave birth.
Her cat's name is Heidi.
Heidi.
And here's Julie, and if you guys know Julie, she's our weather girl, and I don't know if you all noticed, but she cut 7 inches off her hair, and she looks so beautiful. And she was hanging out with her dog and watched KU game. And here's Lindsay. Lindsay was just the traveler this spring break as she went from Chicago to Florida. Clearly, these are pictures in Florida, not Chicago, because that weather is just too
I want to
nice.
go on vacation now and just like relax.
I know. Like, look at those palm trees. I just like.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
Oof.
Lee had
This is a switch
probably the most unfortunate spring break. So she went camping in the Grand Canyon, and to her surprise, it started snowing, and she was not prepared for the snow. So
I'd be so mad.
this poor girl, I would freeze. And here's Madison, and she got to climb a mountain with her church group, which looks pretty fun.
I've never climbed a mountain.
I haven't either. I would not make it to the top,
Oh,
I don't think.
there you go.
Oh, and there's me. This was on Mass Street, and I actually ended up seeing Cal, and he called me over. He was like, Sydney, hey. So
I'm probably somewhere in the back crowd surfing.
yeah, it was wild, honestly. I mean, people saw people that they hadn't seen in like 3 years, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
I was seeing people from my dorm.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
like you would just walk in, you would see so many just faces that you like.
I've never seen so long, which is crazy because I mean, like, I'm always out in Lawrence.
Yeah, so it was just such a fun time. So hopefully we'll win.
We even ran into each other.
Yeah, we actually did.
At Burger Stand.
Yeah, I was like, Christian. But it was a fun time. So hopefully we'll get to do that next week.
Fingers crossed. Next Monday.
Come on, KU boys, let's go. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back after the break.
See ya.
Welcome back, I'm Gracie.
And I'm Brady, and this is your KU News Update.
An estimated 334,000 people rallied in the streets of Washington, D.C. on Saturday. Protesters marched for better gun control and less gun violence in schools. Among protesters were survivors from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, including student Emma Gonzalez, who gave a speech at the event. Former Senator Rick Santorum is receiving backlash after suggesting student gun control activists should take CPR classes to deal with violent shooter situations. Santorum spoke on CNN's State of the Union a day after the March on Washington and said protesters were looking to someone else to solve their problems.
Recently, the controversy between porn star Stormy Daniels and President Donald Trump was detailed on the most recent episode of 60 Minutes. Daniels claimed she had been paid off days before the presidential election to keep quiet about the affair, but now sees it necessary to let her side of the story be known. Trump hasn't publicly addressed the issue yet, but it is known that him and Melania Trump have been separated as they both spend their spring breaks away from the White House. In other news, Pacific Rim Uprising, the sequel to the 2013 film Pacific Rim, has taken the #1 spot in the U.S. box office sales. ranking in 28 million in its first weekend. The last film to hold the #1 spot was Black Panther, which has earned 630 million in the US and 1.2 billion worldwide. While both movies are making big bucks, Pacific Rim hasn't been received well by audiences, averaging at 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, while Black Panther holds a hearty 97%. That's all for the news this week. Tune in after the break for weather with Julie and Madison.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Julie Cullen, and I'm joined by Madison Gordon outside. Madison, how's the weather out there?
Ooh, it is really dreary outside today. It's drizzling, it's cloudy, it's nasty, but we'll see how it's going to be for the rest of the day. You have any ideas?
Well, is it pretty windy out there, or how are the winds going?
It's kind of gusty, you know. It'll come and go. Right now it's not too bad, but it was almost turning my umbrella inside out on the way up here.
Wow, okay. And how do the clouds look out there?
Yeah.
Are they moving pretty fast, or?
I can't even tell if they're moving. It's just a solid mass of clouds right now.
Okay, lots of rain jackets and umbrellas out there?
Actually, I'm not seeing a lot of rain jackets or umbrellas. Everyone's sort of roughing it today. I don't think a lot of people were prepared.
Okay,
for this
well, they're
weather.
going to need it.
I know I was not. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us out there, Madison.
No problem.
Now getting back into the weather, it is scattered showers all throughout today, and our temperatures are going to stay pretty mild throughout the week, 50s to 60s, and then at the rest of the weekend we're going to get pretty scattered with our showers as well. Right now it's 47 degrees and it's rainy outside, just like Madison said. We have a slight breeze out there, 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that's pretty much going to stay constant throughout the day, so it's not going to be too windy. Looking at our hourly forecast, we're going to warm up a little bit to 58 degrees at 5 p.m., but that's pretty much going to do it for today, just scattered showers and mild temperatures. Looking at the rest of the week, it really looks pretty rainy, just like today. We're going to have a little bit of sunshine on Wednesday with a warm up at 63 degrees, and then the rest of the week is going to be pretty rainy. On Saturday, we're going to have a little bit of clearing with partly cloudy skies at 64 degrees, and then back on Sunday, we're going to hit with some more rain and scattered showers. Now, if you're headed to San Antonio for the game, it's going to be beautiful and a lot warmer than it is here, so we're going to have 81 degrees on Saturday for that game. Sunny skies and a slight breeze to keep you cool. That's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Julie Cullen, and we'll see you next time.